Jurgen Klopp is now a Liverpool legend.
Yeah, and rightly so. 100% rightly so. I just think he's embraced everything that the club's all about and the city. And everywhere I've been going, supermarkets, I don't know, petrol stations, wherever it may be, everyone is, Dion, who should we get now? Who can live up to Klopp? You know, he's been amazing. We're going to miss him. Not just Liverpool, not just a football club. I just think football.
Yeah.
Football, the Premier League, football in general, are going to miss his genuine personality and love for the game and his smile and his hugs. I just
That's
think
so lovely, Dion.
I just think he's a genuine bloke that just loved the football club and he made players better.
Yeah, because, you know, football is full of rivalries and, you know, we love the rivalry and we love the ferociousness of football. But here's a guy who just loves the game, right?
Yeah, and do you know what? I think everything that Dion says is true. I mean, even the thing he does here, when he goes to the touchline, he watches the opposition warm up. Yeah. That was the first time that had ever happened to me, and I was like, what is he doing watching us? Why is he not looking
when he's standing in his half watching you?
Yeah, and then even Dion will know this, right? You'll have opposition managers that you get a really good vibe from.
Yes.
And after games, he'll come up and he'll chat to you and he'll give you a big cuddle, and he just... Even though he's not my manager, he made me feel special on so many occasions.
Yeah.
And I think that's what sets people apart, is it him? Jose was a master at it as well.
Also, the team he built to win the Champions League was very special. He gave an interview to a YouTube channel this week I was watching, and he said it was almost perfection, that team.
Yeah, listen, he's had 2 or 3 teams since he's been there now, and he's, you know, the team with Wijnaldum in it, I thought Wijnaldum was outstanding doing that job, and he's always, you know, Henderson's done that job, and then Fabinho's done that job. He's just got it right, Jay. You know, the fist pump, he brought that to the Premier League. The waving of the arms and going to the fans. He was the first manager I seen go to his fans and stand there and clap his fans with his Liverpool side. You know, that physical contact with a manager is incredibly rare. It's so rare. Players don't want to be anywhere near the manager. He probably got told off at half-time, so you don't even want to talk to him. But that physical contact with the manager is very rare. And the players don't mind it with Klopp, and they're not embarrassed by it. That's another thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And comfortably the second best team in the Premier League during his time at the club, Glenn.
Yeah, and I mean we've got this stat up for Liverpool, but it just shows how strong Manchester City have been, doesn't it, being out there. But what he's done, for want of a better descriptive word, he's united Liverpool. The community, the players, the hierarchy of the football club, everyone pulling in one direction, and he's reintroduced them into competing at the top of the Premier League table.
Should he have won more? Or was he just unlucky that he was up against one of the greatest club sides the world's ever seen?
I think the latter is true, but I think in his mind he will say, I should have won more, because he's that kind of manager and would expect more from himself and his team and his club. But I just think City have been better. Simple as that.
Glenn, what do you think?
Yeah, unfortunately he's come up against Pep Guardiola, but you know what, I think at the top we mentioned how big he has been for the Premier League and just for football fans in general, and seeing that rivalry and having that rivalry in our country, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, the other thing we should say as well is that some managers, when they walk into the interview room, they're quite tough. In the days when I've been pitchside and interviewed Jurgen for Match Today Live, and
I feel like there's a story in that there.
No, there is a story in there, but it's too long to go into. And he was lovely walking into that interview room as well. Absolutely fantastic. He was really big beaming smile as well.
Absolutely.
You know?
He did the same. I did the same for Football Focus. Interviewed him for Football Focus. Chatted in there. And what happened is, I'll tell you this story. Long story short, we went in. We did the interview. One of the panel lights that one of the cameramen had went off.
Yeah.
So we couldn't quite. The light was terrible. And he didn't go, he didn't get angry, he just said, yeah, just get that sorted, it's fine, get it plugged in, I'll wait here. And he waited for him to sort himself out, get it sorted, finish the interview, thank you very much.
Lovely.
Gentleman.
Yeah. What a guy. The other issue still to be resolved, of course, which won't be completely finalised until after the FA Cup final next week, is the European places. Aston Villa confirmed 4th. I know Dion was delighted with that. And their Champions League spot in midweek. Tottenham are guaranteed at least 6th at a European competition next season. A win or draw at Sheffield United will seal 5th and the Europa League. Chelsea will be 6th with at least a draw against Bournemouth. Newcastle and Manchester United's... Does this carry on, this script? Finishing places will depend on results elsewhere. Have you got all that? Have you got that, Glenn? Did you manage to get all that?
It's kind
you writing that down?
Kind of complicated.
It's kind of complicated. So we'll keep it right up to date throughout the afternoon. Let's start with Tottenham. Some disappointment, Glenn. They've fallen away. Will they be happy with 5th?